haven't heard what? The kind of blessing, yeah, the kind of blessing that's about to fall on me. Say victory is here. Victory is here. Kick the feet out the door. God's doing a new thing. Get ready for overflow. All right, I'm here again. And I told you I think that's my song of at least the beginning of this year, if not the song of the year. Um, I'm getting ready, or I'm always ready, because God's going to do a new thing, or He is doing a new thing. He will continue to do a new thing in my life. I am going to try to post a video every day for the next 10 days. This will be my faith walk in my quarantine. That's what I wanted to talk about today. Today I wanted to talk about being quarantined. You know, I don't really have a problem with being quarantined. And those of you that watch this, that's a part of my Facebook or Instagram, then you know what I said the other day. So I don't have a problem with being quarantined. I'm not sick or anything, but even if I was sick, they should do something better about when you live in an area that they won't deliver to. Uh, I do live in Hawaii, but I believe that, you know, just like where I'm from in Louisiana, and what we all know to be the truth when it comes to a critical situation, people don't go to certain areas. And where I live, if you can't believe it, um, Hawaii has an area that is considered ghetto, but I would consider it more country than ghetto, but who knows? I grew up in the projects for the last few years of my life. We were homeless before that, lived with grandparents before that. Before that, we bounced from house to house for a while. But anyway, if I was sick, if I was deathly ill, you should be able to deliver to me. If I wasn't sick, yes, I chose to quarantine. But even though I'm not sick, I can't go anywhere. I can't put on my mask um, to go out to the store, to get on a bus or take a car or whatever. I can't do any of that. And so our world has something to account for, because I flew in on the 11th of January, and I had already rented a car so we could put all of our bags in, because I knew we'd have a lot. And I got to the car rental place. Now, some of you might be like, when, get me a violin or something. But I don't do this often. I do it only when I feel like somebody should do something about it. And that somebody may be me. But when I went to go rent a car, because I'm quarantined, I wasn't allowed to rent a car. But I was told the most outrageous thing that I could possibly be told. You could take public transportation, meaning the bus, or get an Uber. So you rather me put other people's lives in danger if I was sick or a carrier or whatever, but not just give me a vehicle that's easily sanitized? I don't understand that. And then yesterday, and I don't have anything against um, big companies. I have the utmost respect, because eventually one day I want to be a big corporation too. But we got to get better into going into neighborhoods that you don't think or deemed worthy um, to be delivered to. During this pandemic, we talk about, or we know about, how all these companies are making money, like DoorDash, Uber Eats, and this is not me coming for any of them. This is just me stating fact. We, everything when it comes to home delivery is going up. But the problem is, here in Oahu on the west side of the island, you can't get delivery. I can't get groceries delivered. I can't get food delivered. And then when I tried to, I could get pizza delivered. I could get, but that's because it would be Pizza Hut, and Pizza Hut would be delivering. But I can't go through any of the companies like Instacart, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, um, Postmates, and any of those other companies to get them to deliver to us. And I think that's garbage, because you don't mind taking my money any other way. So why wouldn't you deliver to this side of the island? Or why wouldn't you deliver to certain parts of the city? And to me, the biggest thing, it should be interesting, or it should be most important to understand, is that it's paid for before the food even comes out. So you don't have to worry about getting robbed. You don't have to worry about any of that, if that's the idea behind it. Or you say people won't request food. Everybody wants to eat. Everybody needs to eat. So why don't we do better with that? And then on top of that, I'd like to state that, the Attorney General's office came by to check and make sure that I was quarantining, which, hey, kudos to them. I'm glad that they're doing their job and that they're out doing checks. And they were surprised to come to this side of the island and realize that it's not as bad as people think. But what are they doing when they know that they quarantine families and they tell you you can't go anywhere, but then they don't make sure that you can get food? Now, like I said in my post, I'm not one for ranting and raving on social media. I don't normally do that. But I feel like we really need to put that out there. Is you will lock a family in somewhere, but you won't make sure that they get food. Luckily, I have food in my freezer, but just like everybody else in the world, we don't always want what we have. So we want something fast and easy, or because we were gone, we don't have like fresh fruits and vegetables. We have frozen, we have canned. And again, I say, I'm not starving, I'm not without, but it baffles me to know that there's nothing being done about that. So I ask that, we put that out there and say, hey, what can we do to better this process? Yes, it's your prerogative to travel, but also coming into this island, it's not made easy, and I'm glad about that. Please don't mistake me for being angry about the process. I'm just angry that there's no follow up or follow through when it comes to assuring or verifying that the family has food. And if I was sick or shut in, well, I am shut in, but I'm not sick. But if I was sick, then what are we doing to make sure that people have um, soup and medicine and stuff like that? If they can't order and get things delivered to them, you don't have to come and contact me. You can leave it on the doorstep. So they do it everywhere else in the world. So why wouldn't they make sure that when they quarantine people, that part is taken care of as well? that's all I have to say. Again, it's not my typical post, but I just wanted to enlighten the world, and hopefully you guys pass that on, and we can do something about it. And before, in my post, I tagged a couple of famous people, uh, but they didn't get back, even though I know that was a stretch. But hey, whatever we could do to put it out there to make sure that the world is eating, because I'm a huge fan and advocate for helping the homeless and the sick and the deprived and the without, the people that suffer, um, and because we've deemed this last year such a heartache, which I don't believe it was. Like I said in my last post, I think it just allowed us to see things differently. But now, here we are in this new normal, and now it's time to make another change. So I hope this reaches as many people as it possibly can, so it can get put out there to help the people that's quarantining as well. Y'all stay blessed.